Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, October 29, 2022. Early today, there's a tendency to dwell on problems or flaws with the influence of a Mercury-Pluto square. It's best to watch for extremes with money and relationships, in particular, and with thoughts or conversations more generally. People can seem to drain you, whether materially or emotionally, and boundary issues can now be a hot topic. If you feel undervalued, do your best to avoid defeatist attitudes. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by attempting to manipulate people or circumstances, as it's best to work on gaining power through self-control. Nevertheless, you stand to learn a lot about your feelings and fears, even if they emerge in disruptive ways. Try to apply the rule of moderation in your life, not only with activities but also with your thinking. As the day advances, it's easier to tune into your need for quiet and peace. Abysmal energy lingers amidst the clouds today. It would be best to keep your wits about you and not get tempted into any drama. As mental Mercury, your planetary ruler, soars through your solar second house of income and finances, he'll be beheaded by a nasty Pluto now causing havoc in your solar fifth house of passion and romance. This guarantees there could be a sharp conflict with you, a lover, around money, wealth, or possessions. If things haven't been aligned for a while, you may even be fighting over one another's morals or values. Don't engage in this petty warfare. Do you feel empowered by the value of your creativity? The truth behind your passion projects, ideas, and talents may come out when Mercury in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. You might be mulling over how you are compensated or appreciated for your creativity, which might lead to a transformative revelation. It could even come out in conversation. If you find that you are not being taken seriously, then you should use this square as an opportunity to negotiate your position to ensure that you are properly taken care of. After 5 months in your financial sector, Jupiter retrogrades back out today, but with the promise that he will be back within 2 months. Things have far from finished, and instead, the last 5 months have been a chance to plant seeds and explore your options, knowing that you can not only return to them later but with an opportunity for a complete do-over. The aspect of the day gives you the chance to dream big dreams that you can actually achieve, too. With your knack for realism and focus on the future, you will be able to put your money where your mouth is in no time. Start with today and do for your body what you can, including drinking lots of water and making healthy choices when you eat. At the same time, envision a healthy future and plan accordingly. Today is going to be positive, notably in terms of your relationships. You will be able to take advantage of this to establish close ties with someone among your family or friends. However, don't rush to be the one that takes the first step, because today's vibrations indicate that you should let those close to you take action first. In addition, try to make the projects you have with others progress and exchange viewpoints with those you collaborate with, but without radically modifying your plans. Being a better listener doesn't mean changing your own opinion. Jupiter's departure from your financial sector today is far from the end of the story. Normally, when the planet of luck and expansion leaves, it will be another 11 years before he returns, but instead, Jupiter will be gone for less than 2 months, and even then, will return to start over. This is more a chance to let things settle and play out. This is giving Jupiter time to return to your relationship sector, and with it a chance to make the most of not only the doors open to the past and second chances, but the communication support that has only just kicked in. Thanks to the moon's departure from your communication sector yesterday and the momentum from an eclipsing new moon, as Jupiter retrogrades back into your relationship sector, there is a good chance of having the communication lines open from the start. More importantly, Jupiter will return to find Venus, the planet of love, in your communication sector and in the early days of her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Today provides wonderful cosmic guidance for all in the area of spiritual development. Listening to your soul is where you'll find the most solace now. The Sagittarius moon propels you through the channels of your most profound inner work and philosophies. Many might have gone completely silent over the last few days because these are the kind of transits where ghosting is very possible. All is not lost with certain connections. It just points to a major overhaul in so many people's lives that it can be extremely difficult to focus on the most mundane of tasks. If someone has disappeared from your life, give them time to circle back around. Tomorrow brings a strong emotional Neptune influence that can have a sleepy and dreamy quality to it. It could be tough to stick to a strict schedule this week, and you might feel lost in the shuffle at times. Ask yourself where your mind seems to keep drifting when you get lost in those proverbial clouds. Maybe you're just being called to your next destination without even realizing it. Today marks a wonderful cycle of poetry, art and relationship connections that can lead you down the path of finding the soul mate of your dreams. Let love be your ultimate guide and muse. You never know what lies just around the corner. In the morning, the moon enters Sagittarius, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, spontaneity is key to our emotional equilibrium. We want options. We want experience. This is a good time to dive into a broad course of study or entertain discussions with people from different walks of life. It is an ideal lunar period for travel, physical exercise, self-exploration, and adventure. Oh, you have some challenges this week. Although you'll feel energized to get everything done, you may have some issues in your workplace or when it comes to your greater career goals. This minor setback is just that. It will move into the past almost as soon as it happens. The universe asks you to be sharp and focused now. It's an ideal week to think about starting a new business. Your work is changing, as is your money picture. Going with the flow means you should accept what's happening now instead of trying to resist it. Your relationships are not only important but also dreamily perfect for this moment in your life. Just a few minutes later, the moon trines Jupiter, its dispositor, in Aries. This aspect exacerbates the enthusiastic nature of the Sagittarius moon, inspiring us to broaden our horizons. We may be able to give something back to others now, acting in the spirit of philanthropy. Behaving generously instills us with greater gratitude for our circumstances. We have an easier time going with the flow and taking things on faith.